Week 42 of my 2020 comp prep. Weighed in at 88.85 kilograms this week. So I've crept up about a kilogram over the last 4 weeks, which is fine. Again, the comps, I'm still not sure if they're running. And I'm really feeling this week that I can't be bothered doing the comps. But yeah, I'm going to stay in shape anyway. So if the comps are 100% confirmed and I feel like doing them, then I'm still in a pretty good position to diet down and do them. Again, I've said it before, I'm really happy with the shape that I've been able to get in, on the calories I'm on, and the level of strength that I've been able to hold or improve on throughout my prep, because I started my prep sort of fat and weak and training poorly. I've actually been able to progress throughout this prep, which is very different to any other prep that I've ever done before. I've always started my preps in a really good place. So after a good off season, where I might be heavy, but I'm strong. I'm on a shitload of calories. So it's hard to improve on that when you're going from 5,500 calories to 2,000 type of thing. So to actually get stronger throughout my prep and feel like I've actually grown muscle is odd, and it's good, because I thought I'd only be getting skinnier and weaker throughout this prep, whereas I feel like I've actually got bigger as well, because I was doing a lot of things wrong over the last few years, or just not doing them as well as I could have. Not wrong, but just not so good. Macros at the moment are protein 438, carbs 224, fats 93. So I think that's almost 3,500 calories, maybe. I can't remember. I don't recall calories. Obviously, my calories are set because I work off macros, but I can't actually remember the exact calories. But if you want to know them, just work it out. Protein 438, carbs 224, fats 93. So whatever that works out to be. All right. So I'm slowly losing interest in the comps, which I have been for half the prep, basically, thanks to COVID. I had a deload week the other week. My body was just felt bashed up. Everything was sore. Tricep tendonitis was sore. Tennis elbow was sore. The rotator cuff, it's been sore the whole time. So that's no different. So yeah, had a break. Hadn't had a deload for 7 years, but then I haven't needed a deload for 7 years because I haven't been training very hard. So it was interesting to actually feel like I needed a deload for the first time in 7 years. And I probably waited a little bit too long as well. When you feel so beat up and tired and sort of losing motivation to train, it's kind of past the point that you should have deloaded. You should be deloading regularly so that you never get to that point. I'd kind of forgotten to deload because I had just not needed it for so long. But I'll definitely incorporate it into my training again from now on. So I had a deload last week. This week I still kept my volume at half of what I'd been doing, which is what I did for the deload. The deload week, I kind of just chose weights that were probably around about my 12 RM, maybe 15 RM on a few things, and just did 8 to 10 reps. So nowhere near failure. This week, I kept the weights. I went up on a few things, but I kept most of the weights the same and just tried to pump out, 12, 15 reps. Only 2 sets per exercise where I had been doing 4. So I trained harder this week, but I kept my volume lower. And I think I'll probably have to keep my volume lower going forward, and I might even move back to one set to failure. I need to train very hard if I'm going to do one set to failure though, and I haven't trained like that. I did for a short period at some point, not too long ago, but it was wasn't effective because I wasn't actually training that hard. So to get much out of very low volume, you need to train very hard. So yeah, I need to get my mind around doing that again, because I haven't done it for a very long time. But my body just holds up so much better with the low volume, high intensity stuff. All my injuries in the gym are generally sort of overuse injuries. So when I'm doing 4 sets per exercise instead of 1, there's a lot more work going on there and a lot more usage of everything. So all the little niggles I feel through my elbows and stuff like that, they tend to flare up because I'm doing so much more work. So I might go back to low volume, even if it's just for a while until some injuries calm down. And then if I want to, I can go back to high volume. I'm thinking I'm going to leave myself more time to train than I ever have before. I usually have a 2-hour bracket between clients to finish up with the client, get changed, start training, train, shower, and eat, and do all that in a 2-hour block. And it's never enough time. So I'm always rushed. So I think I'm going to extend that to 2.5 hours. So this whole COVID drama's just shown me that maybe I don't have to work every hour of the day. Maybe I can work a bit less and train a bit more and sleep a bit more and yeah. So it's good. It's good. I really enjoy being a bodybuilder. And even though I kind of substituted being a bodybuilder with just working a lot, I'd like to be more of a bodybuilder again. So I'm going to make an effort to not work as much. Just a little. All right. So this week, calories haven't changed for a while. I'll keep them where they are again. My weight had crept up over the last month. I reckon I'm going to be maintaining on pretty much the calories I'm on, whether it's this week or next week or soon. I think my weight will level off. I'm not going to keep increasing body weight on these calories forever. Or if I did, I guess I'll have to pull back a little bit. My fats are at 93. I could easily pull back on those a little bit. But we'll see how we go this week. If I increase weight again this week, I'll probably drop fats a little bit. If the comps run and if I compete, I think I'm about 9 or 10 weeks out. And if I'm almost 89 kilos, I reckon I've got 7 kilos to lose. And if there's only 9 weeks left, that's a lot of weight to lose in a short period of time. And then nationals a couple weeks later. So let's say I'm 11 weeks out from nationals. So I could probably lose 6 kilos in 11 weeks. And that almost gets me to my ideal body weight. So I could still do it. But at the moment, I reckon I'm happy just to maintain. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good. 88, 89 kilos at the moment. I'd love to look like I do probably around 86, a little bit leaner. But I can't bother dropping calories to get there at the moment. But I might for the end of the year, maybe leading up to sort of Christmas, maybe for the month before Christmas or something like that. I might try and drop a few kilos and get down to 86, 87 kilos, something like that, and look nice and lean for the summer. That's the plan at the moment. We'll see how we go. Catch you around.